Hi there, it's Michelle here. I hope you're doing really well today. We are talking about narcissism and attracting narcissists. So let's get into this. And the question I posed today is it possible for empaths and sensitives to not attract narcissists? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I just got a little pop-up. Sharon, can you hear me? Thank you for being here. Just give me a yes, or I can see some of the, oh, awesome. Okay. I can see some of the names pop up. Awesome. Thanks again, Sharon, for being here. Okay. And Jennifer's here. Good to see you, Jennifer. Okay. So I want to talk about this. I feel like the older I get, or the longer I've been doing this, the less soft I get and the more like direct I get. So if I'm too direct, I apologize, but I really want to change this for empaths and sensitives. I really want us to release whatever we're doing energetically inside that would attract narcissists. And I'm not blaming anybody. Let's just do some real work to make real change, okay? Awesome. Thanks for being here. Sarah, Christine, Elizabeth, awesome. Okay, so let's talk, I have a couple parts here and we'll see how far we get. I want to talk about the mindset first. And mindset to me is just like the attitudes we have. Like, you see people with a positive mindset, or they might see the positive things in life. It's the attitudes we hold within us. I want to talk about our mindset with narcissists. I'm not judging anybody. I just want to create mindsets that make our lives awesome, that make the lives of empaths and sensitives awesome. I see a lot of sensitive souls with the mindset. It feels, it has a victim flavor to it. And it goes like this. Oh, he's a narcissist, or she's a narcissist. My mother was a narcissist. All these things are true. I know that. And it has a huge effect on us. But if we keep deciding that I'm like this because of them, and there is truth to that, but we have to shift the mindset. And the mindset I want to shift is that you have the power within you to release the narcissist. So let's look at it as an attraction. And this is all inspired by our lovely member, Kaya, in our group. She asked the question, is it possible for empaths and sensitives to like not attract narcissists? Full on, yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. That's the first mindset. It's possible for us to not attract narcissists. How do I know this? I'm an empath sensitive. I do not attract narcissists anymore. So I know it to be true. So we got a little mindset. Number one, yes, it's possible. Mindset number two, we have within us as empaths and sensitives the ability to heal our attracting this type of person. I'm going to say it again. We as empaths and sensitives have the ability to heal, repair, and clear whatever we have within us that would attract this type of person. Does that make sense? Two mindsets. Yes, it's possible to not attract them, and we have the ability to release anything within us that attracts them. Two mindsets. Okay, next mindset piece is, this is called the mirror mindset. And this is a theory that I want you to just try on for size. You may already believe it. So everything I say, I don't want you to just take it on. I mean, if it feels right and you like it, take it on. If you're not sure, I want you to try it on for size. And it's almost like trying on an outfit to see how it feels. And if you don't like it, then take it off. But don't just throw it away and not try it. Everything I do is for the empowerment and happiness and healthiness of empaths and sensitives. So I want you to try these things on for size and see if they work, okay? Okay, so the mirror mindset. Again, the mirror concept is like this. It's the mindset that, it's the belief that everything I see in my physical reality, every interaction I have, every experience I have in my physical reality is a reflection of something within me. I have something to do with it if it's showing up in my life. Does that make sense? So this feels really good when you think about all the good things in your life. It's easy to go, wow, there must be, I attracted that. Wow, this is a reflection of me. It's so easy to do it for the good stuff. And then the stuff that we don't like, including attracting narcissists, it's hard to believe it. But I want you to keep the mindset of, so let's say you attract a narcissist. And then you have this mirror mentality. Michelle said that I have something to do with attracting this. This has something to do with me. Do you see how that's not victim? That's like empowering. Like you're willing to say to yourself, what did I do to bring this into my life? And I'm not saying blame yourself, shame yourself. No, none of that. We are staying neutral and observing this thing that's happened. And from that position, you are so freaking powerful. Okay? So there's other work for us to do. We might not get to that. We might get to today, we might not. But the mindset is today. So the mirror technique is you're willing to stay neutral and say, what do I have to do with attracting this? What is going on inside of me energetically that I would attract this? Does that make sense? Put yes, no. I see some butterflies, some hearts. Jill says, I do blame myself because I'm really open to everyone until they walk all over me. Is that what you're saying, Jill? Good. So recognize that. I got some things popping up. So recognize that. And Jill, that can change. So that's just a pattern. We'll talk. I don't know if we'll get into all that. That's just a pattern that you're running. It's not who you are. You are a beautiful soul. It's just a pattern you're running based on other things that we might have to look at. I'm really open to everyone. I try to fix everyone. Okay, empaths, this is our thing, right? These are the reasons why we attract the not so great people and events. If you're the type of person who has the ability to fix everyone, who would you attract? You would attract people who need fixing. Does that make sense? If you are the type of person who gives, who would you attract? You would attract people who like to take. Again, we're not judging, we're just observing right now. So let's start right there. Think about an empath+sensitive. They are naturally lean towards give, help, heal, keep the peace, make everybody happy. That's right. Am I right or wrong? Our tendency is to lean that way. When it's out of balance, how many people can relate to that at least? Give, help, heal, listen. Yes or no? If you've got that energy, if you're out of balance too much on the give side, you think about it. You're out of balance, so you're heavy here. You would attract people who are heavy on the other side. And the other side is people who take, need, receive, manipulate to get what they want. Like, I'm not judging these people, but they're too heavy on this side. And we're too heavy on this side. So what happens? It feels like the universe trying to balance itself out. We would attract each other, right? If you're the person who has to give, you're in that pattern, you would naturally find someone to fit that. You can't put a give giver and a give giver together and expect that to work. right? You're going to find yourself you're going to attract people to fill the thing that you have an imbalance of. Does that make sense? Jackie says, girl. Okay, do you kind of get that? I want to start changing your mind about this. And I really want to go from, you know how we can have conversations about, oh, narcissists, oh, they're the worst, they suck, the blah, 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 blah. That I don't want us to be victims. I want us to start looking at it energetically. Does that make sense? So look at it this way too. If we are the empaths and sensitives out of balance who give, we're trying to fulfill a need. We're doing it for a reason. What are some of the reasons that we could have? We want to be liked. We want to be loved. We maybe probably in our childhood had someone like that we had that was like that. Does that make sense? We either followed our mothers or fathers who were empaths and fulfilled the needs of others, or we had a narcissistic parent or sibling and we fell into the pattern of giving to cope. Does that make sense? So it's not our fault. It's just patterns that we've run probably to survive our environments. Same thing with the narcissist though. They took or figured out how to manipulate in order to get what they wanted, all that conniving stuff. Like they're kind of doing the same thing, but they're doing it in a way that they survive too. Does that make sense? And they did it for a reason. But we're both out of balance. The drivers of both of these things need to be addressed in order for us to come back into balance. But we don't need to change the narcissist for us to feel better. We just work on ourselves, which is the most empowering thing I could ever teach you guys. You only ever need yourself to shift your energy in order for you to have a different experience of people in the world, which is so cool. You always have you. You always have you. You always have choices for yourself. And I think that's so cool to remember that. That's another great mindset. I only need me to transform my life. So if I have something, like this is true for dealing with narcissists, it's true for everything that's going on in the world, it's true for all the toxic news we're dealing with. All of this, what I'm saying, can apply to anything, any person experience. Does that make sense? Mary Lou says, can a mother empath raise a narcissist child? Yes, absolutely. I think that's absolutely possible. Every scenario we could think of is possible with this. Do we bring out those selfish tendencies in people opposite of us? I think that's possible too. Who wrote that? Kimberly. I think that's possible too. Because, like, look at your own life. Don't you know more people, when you connect with them, act more needy with you than they do with others? Does that make sense? I can see it like with my kids, with my husband. I can see it with friends. And if we can come back to the fact that how is my energy running within me that would attract that? Not out of blame, shame. I'm not shaming anyone. We got to stay at it. We're done with that. If you've got some blame and shame coming up around some stuff, we need to address that. We have to let that go and just look at things and decide what we want for our lives. Okay? What do you guys, what questions do you have? So I think that's all I want to say for today. I want to get the mindset right. Does that make sense? We have the power within us. If a narcissist comes into your life, you can do this. You might do this. Gosh, I got another one? What? But I want you to do this. Another opportunity to heal this. I've been given another opportunity to heal this. What do I need to see within myself to release this? This person just showed up to show me I still have a space in me that I'm ready to heal. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm seeing some comments right now. Okay, lots of interesting things you guys are saying, and I want to I want to help you based on who's here and asking questions. Okay, so I see the blame and shame coming up a lot. How many of you feel the feelings of blame and shame? It can be around the topic of narcissist, or it can just be around anything. Like, I need you to say it in the comments right now. If we have enough people, then I think we address this. It's very hard for you to hear me talk about mindset. It's very hard for you to release this attraction to narcissist if you have shame and blame or any other emotions that aren't serving you. How many of you have emotions? I bet you do. When you think, how many of you are dealing with narcissists right now? Okay, I see a lot of yes, shame and blame lately so much. I'm hard on myself. I feel blame and shame. Let's deal with this now. So you guys, here's how, I don't know how you feel about me or how Cindy has her hand up. Here's what I've learned. I really have worked on myself a lot, and I have figured out what works and what doesn't. And I'm literally just want to share what works. And like when I used to read books about dealing with emotions, narcissist, being a sensitive, that helped this much. But when I started doing the work, so like there's theory and then there's actual work to do. I'd like to just work with you right now and see if we feel a shift. What do you guys think? So we can talk all day about shame and blame, or we can just address it and see if we can feel a difference. So let's do that. I wasn't planning on doing this, but if you're here and you want to do this, let's do it. All right, this maybe take 5 minutes. If you can, if you're not driving a car, I want you to close your eyes. And we are going to use the narcissist that we've experienced in the past or present, or the fear of finding them in the future. I want you to think about the narcissist in your life. And I want you to think about the emotions. What emotions come up? Now, this could just be something from the past that needs to be addressed, something that's going on now, or even fears you have of attracting another one. I want you to type it in the chat right now. What emotions come up when you think of narcissists from the past, now, or the fear of the future? What emotions are coming up? I'm going to write them down. We're going to address these now. Depression, anger, keep them coming. Bullied, keep them coming. Write it down how you really, what comes up for you. Deep sadness, deeply sad. I got chills all over. Ashamed, scared, alone. You guys are going fast now. Dread, sadness, distrust. You guys, when we do this together, you won't believe how healing this is. Let down, heartbroken, hopeless. I want to grab these. We're going to do something together. Anger, rage. I see that one now. Heartbreak, let down, loneliness, yearning. Can you guys, isn't it amazing that you writing yours down is helping someone else? Isn't that exciting? That you showing up and talking is going to help someone else. It's going to help you, and then you are going to help someone else. I think us empaths, that's important for us to know. Okay, yearning. Heartbreak, let down, anger, no self-worth, fear. I'm going to grab a few more here. Small. Heaviness, sickness in stomach. So Lisa, those are like physical symptoms, right? Like palpable. Awesome. I'm glad you, of course, you're an empath. Of course you feel that. Frustration. So just you typing these out is helping other people go, I feel that too. Like, yes, I'm not alone, because you're not. You're not. This is how we stop narcissists in our lives. We address the stuff we feel and we clear it. Okay, no hope. We're going to do this together. Rejection. I'm reading them all. If it's something I've already written, I've got it already. Okay, I'm going to grab a few more here. Demanding control. Okay. Disappointment, bully, dread, guilt, unloved, distrust, heartbroken, less than, minimized. Oh, so you guys are awesome. So think about this. So these are hurts, right? These are things that we still carry with us. And we might not be conscious of them all day long, but it's like if it still runs within us. It still takes some of our energy to run that, even though you might not be conscious of it every day. And if that pattern is still running, that's how we attract. It's like this little neon sign that maybe we feel and see, but other people feel it. And it's a pattern. And the pattern needs to be fed. And so experiences will show up in our life to continue to feed that, even though we don't want that one. We want the opposite of that. We want, instead of deep sadness, we want deep joy. Instead of anger, we want happiness. Instead of bullied, we want what? Empowerment, love, unconditional love. Instead of ashamed, we want to feel proud, right? So we have to release these. I call it the weed and seed in my program. We call it weeding and seeding. We have to weed this and seed what we want. This is energetic. This is emotional. Okay, so I've got enough of them. Thank you for typing yours in. I want you to close your eyes if you're not driving a car. We're going to do some tapping here. This is so effective, I think. Some of you will notice a shift. Some of you won't. But us collectively, since we're a group of like 80-something people, the energy is greater. You have a greater opportunity for you to release some of this. Because like anytime a group of people get together, it magnifies the effects. Close your eyes. I want you to think about your life. And if you're thinking about the narcissist from the past, present, or the fear of the future, go ahead and think about that. We're going to feel this once and for all. I want you to feel the sadnesses, the angers, the bullies, the dread, the fear, the heaviness, the sickness. Just let yourself feel it. Keep breathing. You're going to be okay. And then I want you to start tapping at your eyebrow point, just at your forehead somewhere. We can talk about why we're doing this later, but just do it. I want you to take a deep breath in. Blow it away. Repeat after me. Repeat out loud if you can. If you're somewhere where you can't repeat out loud, just say it in your head. I release and let go of all the sadnesses related to this. It's safe for me to feel this. I want you to tap at the side of your eye. 1 finger, 2 fingers, it doesn't matter. Repeat after me. I release and let go of all the anger I hold on. I'm letting go of the hurts. I'm letting go of the shame. I'm letting go of all the fear. Tapping underneath your eye now, just right underneath your eye somewhere. I'm letting go of the loneliness, the dread. I release and let go of the distrust. I'm letting go of all the feelings of hopelessness. And then tapping right underneath your nose. I release and let go of all the rage I'm holding. All the yearning within me, I lovingly release it now. All the ways I've made myself feel small. All the ways they made me feel small. All the ways I shut down. All the ways I allowed them to make me feel small, and I didn't even know it. At your chin right here, right? This little space right here. I'm letting it all go. It's safe for me to love myself. I don't need to carry this anymore. I release and let go of all the heaviness, the sickness. I'm letting go of all the unworthy and unloved feelings. It's not even true. I am worthy and I am love. And I'm worthy of love. As I release all this and love myself, I attract a very different experience in the world. And then at your collarbone, just tapping somewhere like this. I release and let go of all the rejection from the past, present, and future. It's safe for me to feel free and happy. It's leaving my body now. All the hurts and traumas drifting and floating away. And then tapping at the top of your head now in a little circle. I wonder what it would be like to let this go. I wonder what it would be like to be free and happy. I wonder what I would attract with this type of energy. It's safe for me to try it on for size. Okay, grab your wrist, give it a squeeze, take a deep breath into your belly. Deep breath, let your belly expand. Blow it away. Blow it all away. Eyes closed, and say the word peace out loud if you can. And I want you to feel that peace within you, that stillness. And then whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Move your eyes around a little bit, like left, right, up, down. Give yourself a little stretch if you need it. Okay. What do you notice? What happened? Do you feel this? I always start this way. Do you feel the same as you did before, or do you feel different? Start there. So type in the chat, I feel the same or different. Or if you know how you're feeling, like Jordan just said, I feel light. Jordan, that's what most people will say to me in a session. Zul says, wonderful. Kim says, thank you. Nicole says, freedom. Lighter, Mary Lou says. Jennifer says, different. Dixie says, eyes flooded with tears. That's so normal, Dixie, to cry, to release that. That's a form of release. Some of you may find you have to go to the bathroom. That's a form of release. I cried. Light. Sheila says, lighter. I feel so much lighter. Lisa says, lighter. Sharon says, definite shift. Thank you for reminding me to go back to this. Awesome. Jessica says, blessed. Maureen, peaceful. Christine, I feel different, lighter. Renpent says, different, lighter. Lindy says, floating. Crystal says, lighter. Jacqueline says, different and light. Shelly says, definitely needed this today on my work break. Good. Meg says, I do feel a little lighter. I exercise a deep hurt. I sobbed. It's okay. So you're going to allow yourself. Some of you will feel lighter and you'll be okay. Some of you might need to take a little nap if you can, and it's okay. Soft tears, cried, calmness, different, some tears. You guys, I've been working with people with this kind of stuff for a long time, and on myself, this works. You see how this is different than just me talking? We just do the work. This is when I really believe our energy is our emotions, and our emotions run our lives, and they attract things into our lives. So the lighter you get, the lighter, how do I say this? The more you release the shame, the dread, the heavier emotions. Heavy emotions attract heavy lives, situations, people, because that's what it needs to continue to run those. As you release those and you feel lighter, so the lighter emotions are love, peace, calm, worthiness, trust, abundance. Like, these are the lighter emotions. And when you are running lighter, you attract that into your life. You can't attract a narcissist. It doesn't match, because that's a heavy energy, a needy energy, manipulative. You don't run that kind of energy anymore. You're a light, clear, loving, love, self-worthy person, and you can't attract that, okay? So there's no shame in where you are right now. You don't say to yourself, oh, I've got so much to work on. You just go, wow, this works for me. I've got more work I want to do. I want to get lighter and lighter and lighter. I get it. Ivy List, did I say that right? That's a cool name. My shoulders were hurting, but they are not anymore. So that's not unusual either. If you have a physical pain somewhere, I do believe all physical pains have at least one root in emotion. They could have physical things going on too, but there are emotions attached to pain. And if you start to release emotions that you don't have even consciously associated with your shoulder, you'll see a shift. So it's so amazing. My ex-husband was attracted to my light, but then he tried to take it away. It felt like, and then sad face. So that's probably a hurt. That's a trauma, Jill, right? That's either over and you're back to being your light, bright self. If you still feel the heaviness of it, that means there's just some more clearing to do. And it's just probably based on the experience you had of being hurt or having your light taken away, or maybe an empowering way to say it is how you got yourself in a situation where that happened. And again, no judgment. We always just want to take it. I always want to work with people in a way that is empowering. Okay, I went on and on and on there. I wasn't planning on doing that, but I want to stop there. I hope this was helpful for you today. If you want to do more work on this, I'm happy to show up again and do it if it's helpful. What I thought maybe we would do I think a lot of this is our ability to attract narcissists is based in our childhood or past traumas. They have to be. You have to be running some pattern. So I was thinking another day we could maybe address what has gone on in the past, do a little work on that, shift that, move the emotions from that past event. Then there is no way you can repeat that pattern. If a pattern has been healed, it feels like it feels like a record to me. And when I scratch the record for somebody, they can't play that same song again. And that's what we want to do with the stuff that we don't want in our lives. Now that we're running patterns that are awesome too, of love and joy, and we've got great patterns going on too. And we want to keep those. And we just want to look at the ones that aren't serving us and change those, release those, so that we create more space, more grace, more energy for us to pull into us beautiful life experiences. This narcissist stuff is a waste of our energy. And I want to do anything I can to help you. Think about you have only X amount of space, and a lot of it's being taken up with this crap. And we want to clear that crap. And all of a sudden your house is so clean and beautiful that you can bring in other things that you want, or more beautiful things. And and I want this for your life. And I want this because I believe that empaths and sensitives are meant to help other people. They're meant that we're just the helpers and healers of the world. I want us to get rid of these patterns that aren't serving us so that we can see our awesomeness, our light. And then I really am in the business of helping people step into becoming a healer. So once you get to that point, if you want that help, that would be awesome. Melody says, please do more. I need this so much. I missed most of this today. It's recorded. If it's recorded, it is. I will go back and watch. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be right here in our group. I'm going to send it out in an email too if I think people are being helped by it. And Ruby, awesome, Mary Lou. And then Ruby says, I also came in late. I need to rewatch. Awesome. It's here for you when you're ready. Jacqueline just came up with the best name for, I don't know what, it's called emotional hoarder. I just got chills all over, Jacqueline. Do you have to trademark that? That is amazing. We don't want to be emotional hoarders. That's right. I love it. We do not want to hold on to our stuff and everybody else's stuff anymore. Okay, we need to talk more about that. That you just made my day. I think that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to take off. I hope that was helpful, and continue to write anything in the comments. I'll make sure I keep up with them. And it sounds like a lot of you want to come back and do some more inner work about healing any past traumas or present things that are going on in your life around these patterns of attracting narcissists. And let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, have a great day. Bye.